Welcome back to Spectrum of Wisdom, where we unravel the mysteries of the natural world, one creature at a time. Today, we're venturing into the dense rainforests of Central Africa, a place where nature still holds many secrets. Meet the okapi, a creature as elusive as it is fascinating. With its stunning stripes and gentle demeanor, the okapi is often mistaken for a relative of the zebra, but it shares a much closer kinship with the giraffe. In this episode, we'll explore everything there is to know about this remarkable creature, its habits, its habitat, and the challenges it faces in the wild. We'll delve into the science, the myths, and the wonder that surrounds the okapi. So, sit back, relax, and join us as we step into the world of the okapi. Welcome to Spectrum of Wisdom. In the heart of Central Africa, in the northeast of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, resides a unique creature known as the okapi. This creature, with its scientific name Okapi Enigma, is often referred to as the forest giraffe, Congolese giraffe, or zebra giraffe. It's a fascinating mammal, and it's the only species in the genus Okapia. Despite its zebra-like stripes, it shares a closer kinship with the giraffe, making the okapi and the giraffe the sole living members of the family Giraffidae. Standing about 1.5 m tall at the shoulder and with a typical body length of around 2.5 m, the okapi is a creature of substantial size. Its weight can range from 200 to 350 kilograms. It has a long neck, large, flexible ears, and a coat that ranges from chocolate to reddish-brown. This coloration contrasts strikingly with the white horizontal stripes and rings on its legs and white ankles. Male okapis are distinguished by short, distinct horn-like protuberances on their heads called ossicones, which are less than 15 centimeters (5.9 in length. Females, on the other hand, have hair whorls and lack ossicones. Okapis lead primarily diurnal lives, but they may be active for a few hours in darkness. They are essentially solitary creatures, coming together only for breeding. As herbivores, they feed on a variety of plant life, including tree leaves and buds, grasses, ferns, fruits, and fungi. The cycles of rut in males and estrus in females do not depend on the season. In captivity, estrus cycles recur every 15 days. The gestational period lasts around 440 to 450 days, usually resulting in the birth of a single calf. The juveniles are kept hidden, and nursing takes place infrequently. Juveniles start taking solid food from 3 months, and weaning takes place at 6 months. These captivating creatures inhabit canopy forests at altitudes of 500 to 1,500 m. Their existence adds a touch of mystery and wonder to our world. This fascinating creature that stands about 1.5 m tall at the shoulder, roughly the height of an average human. With a body length of approximately 2.5 m and a weight that varies between 200 to 350 kilograms, it's not the largest animal in the forest, but it's certainly not the smallest either. The okapi's long neck and large, flexible ears give it a unique appearance, but what really sets it apart is its coat. Imagine a deep chocolate or reddish-brown color, contrasted with white horizontal stripes on the legs and ankles, much like a zebra. This distinctive pattern is not just for show, it serves as effective camouflage amidst the dense vegetation of its tropical habitat. But the okapi's adaptations don't stop at its appearance. It has a large number of rod cells in the retina, which facilitate night vision, and an efficient olfactory system. Its teeth are low-crowned and finely cusped, perfect for cutting tender foliage. And with a large cecum and colon, it's well equipped for microbial digestion. Despite its similarities to the giraffe, the okapi is easily distinguished from its taller relative. It's much smaller and shares more external similarities with bovids and cervids. Unique among the giraffids, the okapi has large palatine sinuses, hollow cavities in the palate. And while both the okapi and the giraffe have a similar gait and a long, black tongue useful for plucking buds and leaves, only the male okapi has ossicones, short, hair-covered horn-like structures. The okapi is primarily active during the day, but it doesn't shy away from a few hours of nighttime activity. These creatures prefer solitude, only coming together for the purpose of breeding. They inhabit overlapping territories, with an average density of around 0.6 animals per square kilometer. Male okapis are wanderers, their territories averaging 13 square kilometers, while females are homebodies, with territories spanning 3 to 5 square kilometers. Males mark their territories with their urine, while females use common defecation sites. Grooming is a common practice, with a focus on the earlobes and the neck. Okapis often rub their necks against trees, leaving a brown exudate. The male okapi is protective of his territory, but he's a gentleman, allowing females to pass through his domain to forage. Males visit female territories at breeding time. Although generally tranquil, the okapi can show aggression by kicking and butting with its head. Their vocal cords are poorly developed, limiting their vocal communication to 3 sounds: chuff, contact calls used by both sexes, moan, by females during courtship, and bleat, by infants under stress. Okapis are herbivores, feeding on tree leaves and buds, branches, grasses, ferns, fruits, and fungi. They are unique in the Ituri forest as they are the only known mammal that feeds solely on understory vegetation. They use their 18-inch long tongues to selectively browse for suitable plants and to groom their ears and eyes. They prefer to feed in treefall gaps. The okapi has been known to feed on over 100 species of plants, some of which are known to be poisonous to humans and other animals. Female okapis become sexually mature at about 1.5 years old, while males reach maturity after 2 years. The gestational period is around 440 to 450 days long, following which usually a single calf is born, weighing 14 to 30 kilograms. The mother consumes the afterbirth and extensively grooms the infant. Her milk is very rich in proteins and low in fat. As in other ruminants, the infant can stand within 30 minutes of birth. Although generally similar to adults, newborn calves have long hairs around the eye, a long dorsal manet, and long white hairs in the stripes. These features gradually disappear and give way to the general appearance within a year. The juveniles are kept in hiding, and nursing takes place infrequently. Calves are known not to defecate for the first month or 2 of life, which is hypothesized to help avoid predator detection in their most vulnerable phase of life. The growth rate of calves is appreciably high in the first few months of life, after which it gradually declines. Juveniles start taking solid food from 3 months, and weaning takes place at 6 months. Ossicone development in males takes 1 year after birth. The okapi's typical lifespan is 20 to 30 years. The enchanting okapi, a unique creature of wonder, calls the heart of the Democratic Republic of the Congo its home. Nestled in the north and east of the Congo River, its presence graces the Maiko National Park, extending northward to the lush expanses of the Ituri rainforest. The okapi's journey continues through the river basins of the Ruby, Lake Teli, and Ebola, reaching westward to the Ubangi River. Smaller populations add a touch of magic west and south of the Congo River, with a notable presence in the Wamba and Epulu areas. Sadly, the okapi has vanished from the landscapes of Uganda. The okapi, a humble dweller of the canopy forests, thrives at altitudes of 500 to 1,500 m. It occasionally ventures into seasonally inundated areas, but shies away from gallery forests, swamp forests, and habitats disturbed by human settlements. During the wet season, it seeks solace in rocky inselbergs that offer a banquet of forage uncommon elsewhere. Research conducted in the late 1980s in a mixed cynometra forest revealed an average okapi population density of 0.53 animals per square kilometer. In 2008, the okapi graced the Virunga National Park with its presence. Historical evidence suggests that okapis were once observed in the Semuliki Valley in Uganda by Europeans, but tragically became extinct there in the late 1970s. The Semuliki Valley mirrors the habitat of the Congo Basin. The IUCN classifies the okapi as endangered, a precious gem on the brink of extinction. It is fully protected under Congolese law. The Okapi Wildlife Reserve and Maiko National Park cradle significant populations of the okapi, though a steady decline in numbers paints a worrying picture due to several threats. Other areas of occurrence are the Ruby Teli Hunting Reserve and the Abu-Mombanzi Reserve. Major threats include habitat loss due to logging and human settlement. Extensive hunting for bushmeat and skin and illegal mining have also led to population declines. A recent threat is the presence of illegal armed groups around protected areas, inhibiting conservation and monitoring actions. A small population occurs north of the Virunga National Park, but lacks protection due to the presence of armed groups in the vicinity. In June 2012, a gang of poachers attacked the headquarters of the Okapi Wildlife Reserve, killing 6 guards and other staff as well as all 14 okapis at their breeding center. The Okapi Conservation Project, established in 1987, is a beacon of hope, working tirelessly towards the conservation of the Okapi, as well as the growth of the indigenous Mbuti people. In November 2011, the White Oak Conservation Center and Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens hosted an international meeting of the Okapi Species Survival Plan and the Okapi European Endangered Species Program at Jacksonville. This important gathering was attended by representatives from zoos from the US, Europe, and Japan. The aim was to discuss the management of captive okapis and arrange support for okapi conservation. Many zoos in North America and Europe currently provide a safe haven for okapis in captivity. The fight for the survival of this adorable creature continues, and every effort counts. Let's hope for a brighter future for the okapi. And that brings us to the end of our journey into the world of the okapi. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of this fascinating creature. If you found this video informative and want to explore the spectrum of wisdom with us, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Remember, knowledge is endless and there's always more to learn. So, stay tuned for our next video. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring. This is Spectrum of Wisdom, signing off.